Welcome to the Top Shelf Grumbling Podcast with Dan the Don Walls. This episode is brought to you by our sponsors, Lawn Hub for all your lawn care needs, Price Cutter, the best meat in town, Hale State, Russell Motors, go see Austin, it's got what you need, Butcher Block Restaurant, voted Best Biscuit and Best Breakfast 2025. Available wherever you get your podcasts, coming to you from the Wilder Fitness Studio. Presenting a Where You Media production, this is Top Shelf Grumbling. All right, guys, we're back here at the Top Shelf Grumbling Podcast, back after a little bit of a hiatus. Week-long break. We came to you live from the cabin right before the ice storm, Ice Apocalypse 2026 hit us. So we're back in. We're going to talk a little bit about that ice storm. I guess we're going to talk about Clemson and Dabo Swinney just being an absolute crybaby.
Dabo the dinosaur.
Dabo the dinosaur is a crybaby. Welcome to 5 years ago, Dabo. Anyway. Maybe some portal recruiting. Talk a little basketball, a little Ole Miss basketball, and men's and women's basketball.
Yep, that's about it.
That's about it. Well, let's. You want to lead into our?
I got a few things.
Some grumbles tonight.
I got some.
Back to, we used to have a segment called the Don's Grumblings.
Yep.
Yeah, so
bringing it back.
We're going to bring it back for this intro.
Don has several grumblings. Dabo, like you said, Dabo the dinosaur has already been referenced. I mean, he's literally acting like a baby. I think Luke Ferrell is going to be a great linebacker, but he's acting like this over a mid 3-star linebacker who had not signed any had not signed any rev share agreements or anything. He had allegedly had signed some a scholarship paper.
Yeah, but that's on Dabo and the administration.
But you mean he hadn't signed anything like Princely Yellen or Devin Harper? Or
who else? We're missing somebody else.
We weren't missing.
Daugherty never did sign.
Yeah, Daugherty didn't ever sign. But Caden Lee has been tampered with for the past 2 years. So
yeah, he lied to us.
Well, oh well. He wanted to go be with his buddy.
I will say
good luck to him. I don't
look.
like
Dabo is like. Well, it's not really just Dabo. It's the national freaking media. They're just all of a sudden, oh my God,
latching on to this story.
Latching on to Ole Miss tampering. Like we just named 3 or 4 guys who was literally tampered with us.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody saw the Virginia Tech player who had maybe a podcast or something he was talking about, and he said he was 8 games into the season, and he looked up, and the guy who had been texting him from another team was literally at their game wearing the school's attire that
like it's on a recruiting visit.
Like he was on a recruiting visit. Like absolutely was on a recruiting visit. He said it's rampant out there, and it is. Every single team, except for just a few of them, like I think Borky was talking about it tonight, like 99.9% of them are doing some kind of tampering. I heard people saying like, "Oh, you should have tampered better," and I was like, no, there's no better or not, or worse or anything. It's just somebody gets mad and wants to turn in something, they'll turn in something. If they don't, they don't. But Dabo Swinney's like the I don't know, the guy that thought he was going to go to the prom with the hot girl, and then she went with somebody else, and he's mad because she said she was going to come to the prom with him, but now he wants to tell everybody about it. Man, just shut up, go take your medicine, get out.
But y'all know, if you could have guessed, out of all the coaches, there's one coach that's going to get very mad about something that everyone has done. It's worked for them. Yeah. It's worked against them. Everyone would have said Dabo.
Yeah.
He whines about everything.
I've always, I hate's a strong word, but I've always hated Dabo. He was always.
What do you say, a smug bastard?
He's a smug bastard. And look, when NIL first came out, he said, we're going to build our program off NIL, off of God's name, image, and likeness.
Yeah.
And I'm not hating on a man for
and I'm hating on
man.
Religious.
If it's genuine, I just don't think it's genuine.
No, absolutely not.
I think it's I hate to bring up
Hugh Freeze. Wait a second.
But I mean it's kind of like that. It's just he wants everyone on the outside to think he's this one person.
Colin, he got us out of the wilderness.
40 years in the wilderness.
We spent time in the wilderness. Yeah. Dante Moncrief didn't even know how many yards you had, and Hugh Freeze said, "You'll know how many yards you got. We're gonna throw it to you."
I am forever grateful for Hugh Freeze. Them were some fun times after some real shit.
It was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even that 7-5 year or 7-6
year. The
egg
on the face after all that though was tough. As an Ole Miss fan, I lost a lot of my serious emotional support. I love the University of Mississippi, but as far as my emotional attachment to, a bunch of teenagers, and maybe young 20-year-olds now that are playing football on the weekend. But man, you're right. That's some exciting times that he gave us.
Like he said, though, nobody knew he was gonna burn and crash and burn that bad. I mean,
he had me believing he was who he said he was.
Yeah, no. I mean, like I said, Dabo, he hasn't used the portal very well.
No.
He's
or
not
at
all, really. And he also, you know what he hasn't done the last 3 years?
Portal.
Made the playoffs.
No.
He hasn't made the playoffs the last 3 years.
He didn't want to. Going back to Hugh Freeze again. He was trying to prove like how smart he was.
Yeah.
Like, watch me. I don't have to use this transfer portal type thing.
Their class is ranked like 72nd.
I saw a thing.
Yeah.
One of the Clemson fans posted on there all their commits, and they said, and he did it without tampering. The 70 all the way to 71st, buddy.
You would tamper if somebody wanted to come to you.
Yeah.
See,
Nobody wants to come to.
I've always seen on the message board Genius account, like I've known a long time, like that. Clemson's fans, like they really think they're like holier than thou, like they're on their high horse.
Yeah. It's very evident. And of course, we get little snippets of it, dropped in our X accounts and stuff like that. But the stuff that I'm seeing is very sanctimonious.
Oh, they really think like they're doing like God's work or something. I don't know.
You talking about with like all the stuff they've turned in?
Their fans are like, we never do anything wrong. Like we've never paid for it.
They
like
have
they
one
really
of the
believe
most
that.
despicable humans to play in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
As their
Deshaun Watson.
Besides,
I forgot about him. I was like, who are you talking about?
I mean, come on now. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Y'all still praise him. You're lucky you had Trevor Lawrence. I mean, Trevor Lawrence I really do think he is a good guy.
Yeah.
But other than that, you're a bunch of smug bastards.
My last piece on this is going to be that.
I don't want to beat this to death too.
Yeah, I don't want to beat
this
it to
is a
death.
nothing burger at the end of the day.
Yeah, this is absolutely. The NCAA has zero teeth. They don't have any kind of judicial powers to do any kind of discovery or do anything like that. They're just asking questions and stuff. At the end of the day, nobody got tampered with more than the Ole Miss Rebels did.
Absolutely, we were the most tampered team with us. We're the most tampered team.
Oklahoma game before Lane Kiffin ever left the school. Not to mention in the playoffs, but the Oklahoma game. Apparently, he said to Golding, "You ready to go to Florida?" You don't think that guy? He said something in his press conference. He said, "Winnie Watkins is getting phone calls right now from other teams." It was him. The call is coming from inside the building, folks. It was Lane Kiffin calling him. It wasn't somebody. I mean,
what he said about our kicker too? He said a lot of people think he's the best kicker in the country.
Yeah, and who was coming after him? Like I said, he said the quiet parts out loud. Anyway, I'm not going to get down that train.
But back to that game real fast. He was telling Pete about. You ready to go to Florida and stuff.
Yeah.
What was the fans after the game had that big long thing saying, "We heard him." He said, "He's not leaving. I'm not leaving. That's so wild."
Which is hilarious to say that we were sitting there playing the number 15 team on the road. We just beat him, and everybody's mind was going to, what did he mouth? What did he say?
Is he leaving?
Is he leaving? Is he staying? Or
But
we couldn't even enjoy really the win. You couldn't even really enjoy the win because it was 3 days later where I text y'all and I was like, we just beat the number 15 team in the country, boys. Like that was on the road.
One of the best defenses in the country.
Yeah, that was a big football game, and all you could think about was, is Lane Kiffin going to stay or go?
I will say this: when he left, ever since he's left, the 2 wins we've had, I got to really focus on nothing.
Absolutely, I love it. A breath of fresh air.
It really is.
Absolutely. Yeah, bring it on.
Look, like we said, nothing's going to come with it. Even if they try to do something to us, it's like a level 2 something violation. I mean, and look, they can't prove any of this. Number one, number two, like you just said, we were the most tampered team in the country. Mm-hmm. Tampered with team in the country this past cycle. I mean, like I said, we had it done to us 3 or 4 times. We've already had people sign. So Dabo, you're a dinosaur.
We had money paid to us in buyouts. We literally had to exercise buyout clauses on people. Yep. You didn't have to do that because you didn't even have an agreement with him. But you're over here like worried about he was in school and in class. It's like he was already in school and in class. You still didn't have a rev share deal or an NIL deal with him.
Yeah.
What did you expect?
I mean,
he
Dabo was praised. When I was out, I think it was Ben Garrett or somebody said that. He said I was out the moment he started praising Lane and saying, "Well, let me talk my CAA talking points here." Jimmy Sexton emailed to me this morning.
Absolutely not. Well, we're going to move on to.
I got a little tidbit here.
Yeah.
Been kind of keeping up with recruiting. Oh, by the way, shout out to David Johnson,
Ole Miss 365.com.
Yep.
If you want to keep up with all this, recruiting and all that. That's the place to be. Anyway, I've been noticing, like on all the next year's recruits and stuff, the top recruits, the 4 and 5 stars, just about every one of them has us in their top 5 or the top 10 or whatever. That's a very good sign. Like we've been saying, and shout out to Walker Jones too. They know that he's going to pay him.
Yeah.
And we've all been saying the recruiting staff that Pete has put together is going to keep David Johnson busy over there.
I mean,
get over there. Ole Miss 365.
Writing stories like hotcakes.
I think it's a better first year staff than Lane's first year.
I think it's just a good a staff as Lane ever had. And Lane was good about putting together good staff.
He can do it.
Yeah, I think offensive coordinator is going to be our biggest just question about him coming in, but he's been here before. I don't know. Like that's literally my biggest question. Maybe the tight ends coach but he's coming back he used to be from Hernando, so we've got ties to. It's not just bringing in strangers who are supposed to be great football coaches but don't fit. I think there's a lot of good fitting going on over there in Oxford.
Also, too, I think we kind of talked about this the last time. People have kind of forgotten about how those first couple of days, how many Hoss defensive players that Pete brought in. I mean,
he was on a hunt fast.
And absolutely. He got our defense is going to be better next year.
I don't think he missed out on a defensive player that he pointed and wanted. Like, he really
There was one, but I can't remember off the top of my head who it was. But, good job all around.
He's done good.
Had to go get some dudes, and he got them.
I'm going to talk a little baseball on the next pod, by the way, so stay tuned for that. A lot of baseball on the next pod.
We're close.
Yeah, we're
getting close. Getting close. By the way, like and subscribe, if you will. It's free to do. We're up on all platforms. Go to YouTube, hit like, subscribe. It's free.
Give us a comment, too. You can comment. We'll put
Say
this
we're
up on,
idiots. We don't care.
Yeah, don't matter.
on Facebook. You can comment on there as well, too. We'll upload the video there. And anything on Spotify, Amazon Music, rate and review us. Man, we really appreciate it.
Kind of moving along here. The ice storm.
Yeah, we want to talk about that for just a minute. It's been pretty bad.
Thoughts and prayers for real, folks.
For everybody over in Oxford for sure, but anything really west of Tupelo. Pontotoc pretty bad as well too, but it's kind of sparse. There's few and far between some places that didn't really get hit. And,
I went to Oxford yesterday, and I'm telling you, it's 10 times worse than Pontotoc. Oxford is they're saying 7 to 10 days out, but some of those people are weeks out, and the cleanup's going to take months and months and months. I mean,
and the landscape will just be changed. I mean, some of those trees in the grove aren't going to come back or be.
I went by the grove. They keep those kind of trimmed and underneath and stuff. So they had a few like lower limbs, but they just about had that thing cleaned up the other day.
I imagine they will too.
That's good to hear.
Imagine like a tornado, a really bad tornado coming through with ice with it. That's what Oxford looks like. I mean, it is.
And also too, what's kind of crazy about it is tornadoes real quick. You got about probably 15, 20 minutes of being really, really scared. It started at about midnight, and through the next morning, the trees were snapping all over. You never knew. There's a huge limb over my house that I was worried about. I look out at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, that sucker is leaned over, and if it breaks, it is going to be bad. But
if I had to do over with again, I wouldn't have stayed at my house. I got too many old oak trees and stuff around
big
me.
limbs. Yeah,
I did. I had a few fall and it hit my hood of my truck.
Yeah, my dad's house was not not too fortunate. He had a big, huge tree, half of a tree go through the top floor on a bedroom and like crack walls and stuff, and they got a big hole in the roof. So not everybody came out.
I tucked tail and headed south.
Yeah,
quick.
This guy got a hotel room down in Meridian.
Shout out Drury Inn.
Drury Inn. We were talking pre podcast on our meetup that Drury Inn is an underrated establishment.
It's very underrated.
Could be a sponsor if you want to. Drury Inn execs if you're listening.
Drury Inn. They said they gave them some cocktails and
we checked in and they gave us
feed you dinner.
3 for me, 3 for my wife. My wife didn't want them, so
had 6 for him. I heard that.
They had a little hotel bar.
They had a hotel bar. They actually have a thing they call a kickback. They got cook supper for you. Like
interesting.
It's like 2 entrees, a bunch of sides. Got a while.
Hang out.
I mean, just hang out. Indoor pool and hot tub for the kids.
Shoot, yeah.
I mean,
Anyway,
we had a good time.
Weekend trip to the Drury Inn
but
sounds like.
Prayers to people that stayed back.
Absolutely. It's rough over in Oxford too. My cousin and them, they live over there.
They may lose water.
Yeah.
Some of them already have lost water. A lot of them have already lost water. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I seen them frat houses. They weren't doing so hot.
Yeah.
From what I seen,
And somebody was saying they could lose cell service if they didn't get their the generators or something going for the cell towers.
Yeah, the cell towers are run on generators. If they go out, the cell phones will go down, which would be pretty bad.
That would be bad.
But there's, like I said, a lot of outsiders, coming in here and helping folks, and some of them.
Shout out the Cajun Army.
Yeah, some of them are. You said you found out they're price gouging folks too.
Yeah, there's the. We went over and did some work. And if you need any work done right now, we're not free, but we're pretty cheap compared to most folks. And they said there's people coming into Oxford and price gouging these people from out of state, Texas, South Carolina,
crews and stuff. These dump trailers, they go around and chase these storms and stuff. They do it all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think we had 2 or 3 people in Pontotoc that came by, and they were nice and giving out cards and stuff too. I'm like, man, I fired up the chainsaw.
yeah. It's cheaper to go buy you a chainsaw.
Yeah. It's cheaper to go sharpen it.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit about basketball here.
Yeah.
And basketball is my number 2 sport. Most Ole Miss fans, their number 2 sport is baseball. I like baseball, but
it might be the Don's number 1.
Yeah.
He loves basketball.
I'm just not. I'm really. I have to look at the SEC standards again and what Lenardi's saying. He wants to give somebody a 10th spot.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it, but
who's he got in?
Hey, right now he has in A&M, Arkansas, Florida, Vandy, Auburn, Kentucky, Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, and Texas is at 10th spot.
I just don't know if Georgia's going to get in. I really don't.
They got a good.
They're really good
preseason resume.
Yeah.
Or pre-conference resume.
I guess
they're sitting 4-4 too.
Yeah,
but I think there's one more spot at least up for grabs out of Texas State and Ole Miss and probably Georgia. The team has a pulse now.
They're talented.
We played close at Kentucky. We hadn't been blown out all year, other than maybe like one game here or there.
I think we got blown. Didn't we get blown out the Utah? Or was it Utah?
No,
Utah. We came back though.
Utah
we got down bad, but
we were up with 6 seconds left, and they won the game. But
yeah,
I went to sleep.
I heard we're moving the game to Nashville. I think this weekend.
Yeah, we play them again later in the year. We're going to reciprocate.
With the way because Oxford shut down.
But I don't like. I wish we need.
I thought Nashville got it bad.
It's more snow.
Yeah, they had more snow. Yeah.
Okay.
And they also, as my mom said today, they have their shit together up there, and we don't.
Absolutely.
Shout out Robin Tannehill.
She's waiting on my aunt and uncle to get in on a flight from California to Memphis, so she's waiting on them to get in town. She said, "Mom, just wait till the morning because don't leave at 9 o'clock at night and try to drive down through here." Especially on Sunday.
I do want to say this. I have seen people taking their shots at Robin Tannehill. This isn't her fault, guys.
No.
She is. No one could have prepared for this.
Yeah.
No, you can't prepare.
No, unless you do.
Like, we don't have the funding.
I lived in Montana. Every single power line is underground. Now you could do that, but that's the only thing that you don't really have to.
Not really plausible.
But here's the thing: the last time this crippling ice storm happened was 32 years ago.
I wasn't even born.
You don't really have to. You say you plan for those things. You have a plan, but most of the plan is, hey, we got to see what happens and we got to respond, after that. And that's really all you can do because you can't say, oh, well, these trees will be down and this tree will be down. You don't know. You don't know what's going to fall. And, it's not like a small swath of a tornado or something like that or, hurricane kind of is widespread. But ice storm would be tough to
We don't get the funding that the northern states get or counties get. We're not used to it, but, shout out. I know y'all are working hard. You're doing the best
Absolutely.
you can.
Shout out to the linemen and the crews and everybody that's helping out.
Yeah. And folks, like I said, that are coming in and helping out from other places.
Yeah, thank y'all.
We need it. We appreciate it.
There's going to be a couple jobs open up this year. Beers turned down several good jobs. There's going to be Kansas and North Carolina is going to open. I think he's waiting on one of them jobs. I don't think they may not hire him just because it's,
Checkered past?
Not just that. I mean,
if you're going to say it with your chest.
He's the best coach by far we've ever had. He's taken 4 different teams to the tournament. He's won like 16 tournament games.
I think he regrets not taking A&M. I really do.
No, we gave him every darn a bit of money he wanted this year. He built this roster.
Yeah,
it was just one of those years, in my opinion. We had to go heavy in the portal.
Yeah,
And he's missed on one or two.
You've said it about 17 times. If you miss on one of those guys, we'll reiterate.
And see, hopefully now he's got some good high school talent. So next year we should only have to go in the portal to get 3 or 4 guys.
I mean, I think where it kind of went south for him a little bit. The Frenchie isn't what he thought he was going to come in and be.
Yeah,
he's shown flashes and he's shown that he can be that guy.
Yeah.
But
he was supposed to be like older and like take a role, and he looks like he's just kind of still like a piece. And I'm like, you're supposed to be like a leader, man. If you're 20-something years old and played in France.
I think Beard was leaning on that, and I thought he was leaning on AJ Store to be more consistent and be the what was it? The Wisconsin.
To me, it's Diaz the main problem. He's so inconsistent. Yeah. And look here, he's by far our highest paid basketball player on the team.
Oh yeah,
and he is a ghost. Like, it's so bad that Beard's having to pull him out of the game. Like I said,
Corey Chess has been.
I hope Chris Beard's our coach 20 years from now. I just don't think. I don't think he's gonna leave for just no random job. I think it's going to be one of those good jobs to get.
Well, those don't come open.
But you think one of those is going to open? You think?
Well,
he thinks two.
Kansas. Bill Self's getting old. He's had health problems this year. He's already had to miss games, like to be in the hospital.
Does he have a son that he can retire out for a season?
Maybe. And
Stephen Pearl,
or a long
catching a stray over here,
or a long time a loyal assistant or something. But and he may have that for all I know. But North Carolina is probably going to open. They almost made a move last year. And they gave him one more year, but it's not. They're ranked, but you know how it is. If they don't go to at least the Sweet 16 this year, he's probably fired.
Yeah. Also, too, you think maybe like last year was a little bit of an outlier for how quickly we got to that point?
No, because this day and age, I
know it's easier and
also if you hit
to catapult a little easier.
The portal giveth and taketh away. You can also hit on one or two that you wouldn't really expect, and then all of a sudden there you go.
But I'm saying that might create a little bit of false expectation for the casual fan who's not aware of that. That's what I'm saying. Is like
that's the problem. Ole Miss fans are 90% casual fans when it comes to basketball.
Oh yeah, basketball is
they don't understand like you're going to lose some games here, and they're like. Last year's our best season in school history. Thank you, Chris Beard. And how many losses do we have? Probably like 13 or 14. And
I think the typical fan, it's not just
it's not Miss, football.
But they go into it with a football mindset. You can't watch baseball that way, and you can't watch basketball that way. You're not gonna go undefeated.
Were there 180 baseball games?
Yeah, I mean, you're not going undefeated. You're not winning every series. I mean. It's going to be okay. They can lose.
See, I don't think
there's scheduled losses on the schedule.
Absolutely. I don't think the SEC is near as good of a league as it was last year.
I don't either.
But I kind of looked into this earlier. There's not like nobody is. There's no like team or league that's got like a bunch of good teams. Like we've got some good teams. Like,
but we look at A&M, Arkansas, and Florida. Neither one of those three teams.
A&M's not even. We've only got 4 in the top 25. A&M's not even ranked, and they're sitting at 6-1.
Yeah, but I'm saying like they don't wow me. Arkansas doesn't wow me, and Florida doesn't wow me. Like
Florida's the only team I would say that wow. When Florida's on their A game, they're the best.
Yeah, when they're on there. But I'm saying that nobody's just dominant night after night.
He's so inconsistent right now.
You know, Tennessee was so good last year. Alabama was, and they're good this year, but they're just not quite as good.
Yeah.
And so you're looking
that's a lot of beat up down there. That's a lot of beating up on each other.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
6-1, 6-2, 6-2, 5-3, and there's like there's 3 6-2s, and then after that there's like 5 or 6 or 7 4-3s and 5-3s. Like there's some. That's why I'm not ready to give them the season yet, because there's still plenty of ball left, and I think we can still get back in the mix of things. We can get a couple wins under our belt here and there, and I think. We still got a chance.
You think Jans gets fired this year?
The state fans are wanting him fired. They had a big win last night.
Did we talk about it at the cabin?
Is this going to be?
Maybe I think we did. He's made the tournament. He's made the tournament 3 years in a row. You can't fire him.
No, I think we did talk about this, but go ahead.
I mean, they do this they did this with Dan Mullen. They
ran Stansbury out. He made the tournament like 11 out of 12 years, and they fired
Rick
him.
Stansbury. I wonder what he's doing right now.
Blast from the past.
He was assistant coaching at Memphis, but I think Penny fired him for something.
Dang, Penny.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, but so you think that there's a chance? I think they might. I think they're going to.
They're going to fire Jams?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
That's my bold prediction.
Think there's no way.
It's supposed to be a bold prediction. I think they're going to let him go.
Or encourage him. He's going to take like the UNLV job or something.
Then there we go. The whole.
I forgot about that, Mullen. I'm sorry. I wasn't even thinking.
I was going to say that was a Mullen jab right there.
It really wasn't. I didn't mean for it to be.
We got half of the Rushmore of the Mississippi State Rushmore.
Really?
But like I said, there's one more spot to be taken for me, and there's about 4 teams that could come up here and get it. And Ole Miss is one of those teams, in my opinion. Like,
yeah.
I think Tennessee is very like I know their record, but I've watched them.
You saying no?
I don't know. I've watched. I think they're going to be all right.
Yeah. I hadn't watched them. I mean, I've watched a good bit of ball this year, but I haven't seen Tennessee much.
They can shoot. So if they can get on a roll, they're going to win a lot of games.
Wish we had Vanderbilt at home Saturday instead of in Nashville. That's one of the hardest places.
You know what I think we
should
do? We should do this game is there should be a moratorium on jump shots until we make 10 layups. Until we go to the basket 10 times and make it, then you can shoot a jump shot. After that, you can shoot a 3, but no mid-range jumpers. If you're going to be inside the 3-point line, you need to go to at least try to get a foul and shoot free throws because that was what killed us against was it Auburn, I guess. They just didn't look very good. And you know what they did though? They kept going to the basket. Every once in a while, they get a 3-point play. Get up,
That game was so frustrating to
watch.
watch.
It was very frustrating to watch.
We've almost got a good team.
Yeah,
we've almost got a good team.
Yeah, we got to start. We can hit the threes. I'm good with Perry, hitting some threes, but
the rest of y'all got down by like 20, 25, and then we'll make if
crazy comeback.
Just stay in it. I mean, it's going to fluctuate. You're going to be down 10, up 3, down 9, then you're up 12. I mean, just stay the course, but then you'll look up and it'll be 85 to 60, and you're like, what the hell happened?
I know this. Like I said, I just hope to God we don't have to go portal heavy next year. And I don't think we will have to.
Yeah.
We only had one returning starter off last year's team too, and that was Dia, who was giving you basically. I'm gonna say he's giving you basically nothing, but for what we're paying him.
Who was little white? Who was the big white boy that played? He's got little shaggy hair. He's like a walk-on or something. He's not even supposed to play, and he played against. I believe it was Auburn.
Yeah, he put him in because
he was actually he was
trying at least.
Yeah,
to me, I ain't trying to call anybody out, but
his last name was
it's a effort thing with D. Like, he just checks out mentally and won't do anything.
We do a lot of ball watching. A lot of shot watching.
He pouts a lot.
That's a lot for the team does though. Not just Dia. Well, we're watching people take a shot and looking at them, and nobody's under the basket. I saw 4 Auburn players underneath there fighting over the rebound.
We're a terrible matchup with Auburn.
Yeah.
But I knew we were going to win that game. But like I said, I'm not ready.
We're not dead yet.
I'm not ready to give up on. I'm not ready to give up on this season.
She's just warming her vocals up.
But
maybe time for her to sing.
We still got like 12 games left, but just hope we can keep Chris Beard. I know he'll get this. I know he'll get it right one way or the other if we do.
Yeah.
Moving on, we'll talk a little ladies now. The ladies side of things, the SEC is like the men's were last year. There's 10 or 11 teams ranked. South Carolina, Tennessee, Vandy, LSU, Texas. The Rebels are 16th or 16th or 17th. I think they're 2 games out of first place. They've given a couple away too, I feel like. And they got Bama, Georgia, Oklahoma, Kentucky. And see, Ole Miss has already beat a handful of those teams I just named out that are nationally ranked. And State's finna be ranked. The women are, I think. They got a big win. I think I saw they won tonight over somebody good.
Would you take half the top rankings?
10 in the top 25.
We take 10 in the top 25.
There's 5 in the top 10 in the women's side.
That's wild. So that's a heck of a.
There's about 8 teams. There's about 6 or 8 teams out of the SEC that can make the Final Four.
SEC.
We're supposed to play Tennessee either I guess it was it tonight?
No, I think it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow in Birmingham.
No, we were supposed to play them in Oxford and it got canceled. I think it was Thursday night and it got moved to. Is it Birmingham?
Yeah, it's got moved to Birmingham. So I think it was last night they were supposed to play with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That would have been a big home game. So out of this snowstorm, ice storm, a side note, the Rebel basketball team, the women and the men have lost 2 big home games, but that's neither here nor there.
Nah.
We'll get them back. Then.
Long season.
It may work out in our favor that we need a home game, in the future, and we'll get one. So
We're getting to the.
We'll revisit that when we get that game back. I'm gonna ask you the week before, and we're like, "Are you glad we got this home game now?" And you're gonna say, "Yes,
Yep.
we need 2 more wins. I got one at home." No,
But they, after the women after Tennessee, they play Vandy at home, who's the number 4 or 5 team in the country. So the meat of the season is coming up here for the men and the women. So get ready and
it's crunch time. And if you're worried about it, you can go to OleMiss365.com and they'll tell you everything you need to know. The
shout out
forums
to
are
David
great.
Johnson.
Popping off, David Johnson. We appreciate you, man. Y'all head over there and take a look.
We got a few more things coming down the line too.
Shout
big
out Coco.
things.
Yeah.
Got some big things coming down the line here and there.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a transition season for us from Major League covering football and stuff. But baseball's coming up next week. I guess.
Can't wait to start talking about baseball. Cannot wait.
Yeah, we got a good team coming up, I believe, too.
We're gonna have a big preview show here either next week or the week after.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys got anything else for tonight?
Nope, I think that's it.
Everybody stay safe and stay warm out there.
Y'all
Like and
stay safe.
subscribe.
Like and subscribe. We appreciate you. Go on Facebook and give us a like. Go on YouTube, Spotify, whatever you can. We
TikTok.
appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great night. Appreciate it.
Howdy.
This has been a Where You Media production. You can find us anywhere you get your podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave us a comment. What's your sentiment?